Hey everybody, coming back with another Modern Cube draft. I haven't drafted as much Modern Cube as I've been wanting to this season. It's only been like a week, so I have like a few more days left of it. Um, but yeah, I was busier than I thought during the first half of spring break, but now I'm back and don't have much work to do, so I should be able to get maybe a few of these videos up, which should be fun. I've been finding that green is very good in this format. Mono black also, monocolor decks generally. Control has been better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that monocolor aggro was going to be the way to go, but I've actually been losing to control decks with aggro decks. So yeah. Anyway, I think there's not much good mono black stuff here. Best cards in the pack probably are like Rishkar. Archangel is very good too. Um, like Liliana and stuff. I might just take Elves of Deep Shadow, though. I'm a big fan of green. I really like building green decks in Cube, and Mana Dorks are just excellent. Hopefully this Rishkar will wheel, though I'm guessing it won't. But yeah, we also don't necessarily want to commit to green just yet. We don't have to be in green just because we take this first pick. But yeah, in a cube like this, it seems like all the cards are roughly equal power level. There's no crazy broken stuff like there is in say like Vintage Cube. So you kind of just have to pick an archetype and go with it. Of course, while also staying open and trying to read if your color is being cut off. But that being said, yeah, we'll take this Elves. Here, I might be inclined to just take a land. Shadow Mage Infiltrator is very good. Same with Knight's Whisper, Pack Rat, Sky Sovereign. Again, maybe it's just that I'm inexperienced in this cube, but all the cards seem very flat in terms of power level, and it's very hard for me to tell what the correct pick is out of every pack. Maybe that makes it more interesting, but it almost feels like I'm not substantively picking anything really differently, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I haven't been enjoying this cube too much, but it's still cube and it's still great. Here, I'm probably going to take Pack Rat. It just seems like a very powerful option. But I could definitely try to go the multicolor route with Polluted Delta, something like that, kind of abandon this Elves. Sky Sovereign seems relatively powerful, and it's colorless, which is very good. I don't know how much killing a 3-toughness creature is worth in this set. I'm probably just going to take Polluted Delta and see if we can maybe build sort of a multicolor lands deck here. Okay, so what do we have here? Again, a lot of cards that I'm really considering. Lands are very good. Master of the Wild Hunt is a very good green card, which I might just take here. We can kind of go either direction with our first two picks. Phantasmal Image is also excellent, especially in a cube like this, which is very creature-based. So yeah, Image, I could see taking... I think I'm probably between Image and Master, and I'm probably going to go with the Master here. Just try to stick to green, I think. Traverse is a good blend of our first two picks, but I don't think it's an insanely powerful card on its own. Yeah, I could also just try to take a land, but I'm not. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the Master here. I don't know. I'm not very good at explaining my rationale behind my picks in this cube yet, just because you can probably tell I'm not actually sure kind of what's the correct strategy to be going with. So here, there's more green cards. I don't love any of them. Awakening Zone is not super high impact, and you can find better ramp. Managorger Hydra seems very good, although it dies to basically any removal. Avenger is probably one of the worst green finishers, but it still is a green finisher. Damnation is a very powerful card. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards mono black or mono green here. Muldrifter is also very, very good, obviously. But yeah, I think I might actually take Damnation here. I'm kind of going between this multicolor control deck and this mono green deck. Oh well. Okay, so we see a Consecrated Sphinx. Condescend is also in the pack. Same with Cold Steel Heart. These three are all excellent cards for some blue-black control deck or something like that. Consecrated Sphinx could also go in blue-green, which we could potentially go into. But Sphinx is just an insanely powerful finisher, so I'm probably going to take that here. Although I really don't like passing Condescend or Cold Steel Heart. Thragtusk, also very good. Rishkar's Expertise, good in certain types of green decks. It's a very powerful card. Kiki Jiki combo card. Like, all the cards in this pack are really good. I really like all of them. But yeah, we're just going to go with the Sphinx. Alright, so it looks like we're trying to move in here to like more of a black-blue control deck. Go for the Throat is very good. Mind Control, I'm not sure how good it's going to be in this cube. Control Magic is obviously very good, but another mana is huge, but at the same time, it's still an insanely powerful effect. But I think I'm going to bias towards taking the cheaper card here and go for the Throat. Misty Rainforest could definitely set us up to be some sort of Sultai deck. But yeah, I'm just going to take the cheap removal spell. I think that's very valuable in this type of deck. Alright, Mirror Battlesphere, great colorless finisher, easy to cast. If we ended up in green too, we could also just cast it very easily. So yeah, we're going to take that here. Blue-black looks to be pretty open still, so I think that's like what we're going to be trying to move into. Okay, what do we have here? Falconwrath Aristocrat's a great like card if we were going to be Grixis. Vengevine still open with green. Lifebane Zombie is very good, especially if we're facing like a green deck. Or, mono white even, it's still pretty good against. It's not exactly what we're looking for. Like, Icy Manipulator in terms of our plan is a little bit more what we're looking for, but I think Lifebane is definitely a better card. So I think I'm going to bias towards that. Void Mage Prodigy is fine, but it's slow. I think I'm just going to take the Lifebane as a good, generic good card. Okay, here we have a little bit of a red splash, which we've been looking at the packs and thinking that might be a possibility. We don't have another blue card besides Consecrated Sphinx, which makes me think we might be either like mono black or green black. So I might actually take this Rishkar here. I think it's a very good card. And try to maybe go into sort of a green-black deck. I think we're going to go with that instead of... But like a lot of the stuff appeals to me here. But yeah, I think we're going to go with that. Alright, Night's Whisper is a great card. Card advantage in this cube is very good, so we're going to take that. Vendetta works. Phantasmal Image is also very good if we're going to be blue-black. I'm sort of straddling the line between a lot of archetypes right now. In case you can tell. Wow, okay, Condescend came around. I'm just going to assume that blue is pretty open here and move back into this blue-black shell. It's interesting like how quickly my thoughts on the archetype I'm in change. I might just be overvaluing green cards here. But yeah, I think we've got a pretty solid start off to like a blue-black control deck. So I'm happy with that. And if we ever, need to, we can move in to, a deck like this. The hard part about drafting this cube I found is that there's really no cards that say like, okay, you really have to be in this one certain archetype. And so it's very hard because at any given point, the incentives to switch into another deck seem like perfectly reasonable. So you tend to just go with the deck you started out drafting because you have slightly more incentive to keep going down that route. Which makes it a very frustrating experience because you can see all of the cool stuff you could be doing, but it's all just a little bit less good than the thing you're currently doing. I think that's how I would phrase it. So yeah, I don't... That has been my problem with this cube so far. That being said, it's still not a bad cube. The gameplay has been decent. Here, I think we're going to take Phyrexian Metamorph. It's basically a colorless card, which is very good. It could go in the green deck if we built that. But it's also just a great blue-black card. Clones are excellent. There's Thirst for Knowledge, which is good. Jace Balerion is also good. Bloodgift Demon's good. Hangerback Walker is fine. Good against sort of the extremes of control and aggro, I think. Not great against either one specifically, but it's very decent against everything. So yeah, I think we're going to go with the Metamorph. There's no like excellent cards here that we're really hoping to wheel, but definitely some stuff we could be wheeling. Okay. Confiscate is good, but very expensive. Kakusho is good, but it's sort of a generic finisher. Spiketail Drakeling is good, but more in sort of like a mono-blue tempo deck. But that being said, I definitely could take it here. It's a fine blue card, although we're not fully in blue as of now. We could still be mono-black or something like that, or black-green. But yeah, I think Kakusho is probably going to be the pick here. I'd rather have a 5/5 flyer than a mind control, I think, when I'm spending 6 mana. Plus this has a death trigger and stuff like that. I'd rather have the 5/5 with the death trigger rather than mind control. I think I'd probably take mind control over just a 5/5. But yeah, I could take Courser here. We seem to have like a very good green-black shell. I think I might actually take Courser. Blue seemed very open. Is the only problem, but like so did green. I might just be biased, but yeah, I'm gonna take Courser. All right, Vendilion Click. Yeah, okay. Well, we didn't miss out on that much by taking the Courser there. I only took it because the other blue and black options in the pack weren't great. So here I'm just going to take Vendilion Click. Cryptic Command is going to be tough to cast, although I think it's a slightly better card. But Vendilion Click is just excellent all around. It's a very good threat. It's a pretty good disruptive engine. It's got flash. Yeah, I just think it's a super solid card in any kind of blue deck, whether it be control or tempo or even like aggro or something like that. Okay, my soul always hurts when I pass a mana elf. My soul, I guess, also hurts if it's reaped. But I think we're just going to take Snapcaster Mage here. It's basically the archetypal card for a deck like this. Great with Condescend, great with Night's Whisper, Go for the Throat, great with Damnation. Just excellent. I might take Glint Sleeve Siphoner if this wasn't here, but yeah, we're just going to go with the Snaps. It's more of a 4-drop than anything. Alright, Yahenni's Expertise I've seen be excellent in this cube. I've lost to it multiple times just on its own. Wraths I think are very good in a cube like this, so having 2 of them is going to be really good for us. Alright, Venser's great. Baral might be fine in this deck. Sorin's like a decent finisher. Whip of Erebos is not really doing what we want, but Venser's just an excellent card, so I'm just going to take him. Yeah, so I think we need to like stick to blue-black at this point. Get hopefully some more fixing. Get hopefully a few more playables, just because we've been kind of veering between blue and green in terms of that. We could be blue-green, but I do really like the black cards that we have, and it seems like black is also very open. Nightvale Spectre is very solid, so is Riftwing Cloudscape. We also have a blue-green duel here, but I think we're sticking with black. The two sweepers are just like very, very good, and these two are both also very, very good. And I've seen black be just like an excellent color in this cube. So yeah, I think we'll take Night Veil. Just because we are straight blue-black, but I'm not actually sure it's better than the Riftwing, but I'm just going to take it. Alright, so Disfigure or Terramorphic Expanse. Duplicate is also pretty solid, but I think I'm going to take a Terramorphic. I think in this deck we just want the fixing. We've got a bunch of doubles of each color, so yeah, we're gonna take the Terramorphic, be safe here. We've got 14 playables moving into Pack 3. That's not as many as I would want, but it's certainly like a fine amount. It's workable, to say the least. Alright, what do we got? Llanowar Wastes could splash green for us. Frostwalker we could bring in against like an aggro deck. We don't really have anything we'd want to splash in green, so I might just take the Frostwalker for the board. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Alright, Kakusho came around. That's great. We've been looking for a few more finishers, I think, so we'll take that. Alright, nothing here for us. Red and green, very open. Yeah, I can never really tell what decks are open in this cube because it feels like all the cards are so equal that whenever anything wheels, it seems like that color is open, and it's very arbitrary, like which card someone takes for an archetype over another card. All of this could just be me really not understanding the archetypes in this cube, but I also think it's something fundamentally different when you have cards that aren't as far away in terms of power level than the cards like in the Vintage cube or even the Legacy cube. Opposition is like a very clear first pick in something like either of those cubes. But in this cube, yeah, okay, we're going to take Siphoner here. It's a close pick. I like removal, but that would have been good with Snapcaster. See what I mean? Like, black is clearly open, or, what I would say is clearly open. Red-green is clearly also open. It's very confusing. Yeah, we're just going to keep taking green cards. We could even, all this red-green is so open, but at the same time, this blue-black stuff is, like, also very clearly open. So is everyone in mono white? Clearly not. I think I, just don't really know how to read these signals in this cube. Anyway, we're going to take Ashiok. Ashiok's a great blue-black card. There's not much else in this pack that we would want to take. Consuming Vapors is fine. All these are fine, but really not anything we'd be excited about. We might even take City of Brass, although being a control deck is a little bit worse. If it comes around, I mean. But yeah, here Ashiok is for sure the pick. What I'm looking for in this pack, maybe a few more counter spells, removal spells, fixing, finishers maybe. I mean, just the generic blue-black stuff. I think probably the biggest thing is like maybe one more cheap removal spell and then some fixing. But yeah, we seem to like be pretty balanced so far, which I really do like. All right, Frost Titan is an excellent finisher. We're gonna take that. Ruinous Path is very good, or at least solid. Anticipate is fine. Obnixilis we would definitely play as like a Planeswalker / removal spell. Source of card advantage and removal. But yeah, we'll just take Frost Titan. It's just like one of the best cards in the cube. Just gonna wait until this person picks. Yeoman. We're not gonna have much of a sideboard in this deck, considering that basically we have our red-green deck as our sideboard. More of a green deck than anything, but yeah. But that's okay. I mean, we literally could board into a green deck, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I mean, we could board into black-green pretty easily, although I think, strategically speaking, the blue is working better here, and the blue cards are probably slightly more powerful. Okay, here, Into the Royal is fine. Ruthless Ripper seems fine, but not exciting. I'm probably just going to take Shelldock Isle, though. It's a very, very powerful card, even if it doesn't necessarily go off during most games. But when it does, it's a huge advantage. So yeah, and there's nothing really else that we're that excited about. Steam Vents would be fine to splash something. This might be something that we splash or bring out of the board for a splash or something like that. But yeah, I'm just going to take Shelldock. Okay, what do we have here? Bribery. Bribery is excellent. It's obviously better in something like the Holiday Cube, where you can get crazy stuff, but I'd imagine it would still be very good in this cube with it being very creature-based and having like plenty of these types of finishers. So yeah, I think we'll take Bribery. We would really want the Sunken Hollow for fixing, but I think Bribery is a powerful enough card to take it over fixing. I haven't found Delve cards to be that impressive in cubes, just because it's not that easy to get so many cards in your yard. We would probably still play Tasker in blue-black, but I really don't think he's near a high pick. So yeah, we'll take Bribery here. Alright, Shriekmaw is a great combination of threat and removal. It counts down here as a cheap removal, although it's not something we can flash back with Snapcaster. But we're still going to take it here. Bloodbound Keeper is like a fine mid-rangey finisher. Gilded Lotus would be fine. We have some expensive stuff, but we don't have any super expensive stuff. Moloku similarly is like a decent finisher, but it's nothing special. Alright, here I think we will take Evolving Wilds just for more fixing. It sucks that our fixing is mostly coming into play tapped. If Tasker comes around, this does things. I don't love Elder Deep Fiend, especially because we don't have that many things that we want to sacrifice for a merge. Imprisoned in the Moon seems like a decent removal spell, but it's not great. And we have better removal. We have, 2 Wraths and 2 targeted removal spells. So yeah, we'll just take Evolving Wilds. Okay, what do we have here? Palladium Mirror actually seems very solid to get us up to our bigger stuff, but it is also a very fragile body, and it's something that I'm really going to only resort to as, a last resort in terms of ramping. Plus, it costs 3, so it's not exactly cheap. So yeah, I'm going to take Ultimate Price here. It's a thing we can flash back with Snapcaster. I think it's better in this cube than it would be in other cubes. I think, a lot of the decks in this cube tend towards being monocolored. So yeah, we're going to take Ultimate Price. Okay, well, we have quite an array of options here. Disallow is very good. So is Dissipate. They're very similar, but I think Disallow probably gets the nod for its ability rather than Exile. Far and Away is also very good, but I think it's kind of clunky in terms of being removal, and we do want more counterspells in this deck. Blackstone Zenith is another Wrath, which is very valuable to us. But I think because we already have 2 Wraths, I would rather go with something like a Disallow, which kind of shores up a little bit of a weakness on deck in terms of counterspells, so we're going to take that. Okay. Trophy Mage check. We don't actually have anything to get with it, so we're not going to be taking that. Recursor Golem is fine, but super weak to removal, and there's a lot of that in this cube. Herald of Torment is fine, but not really what we're looking for in terms of being a control deck, but neither is Precursor Golem. I think we're going to take Herald here. But yeah, we're definitely looking for like one more solid playable. That could be Anticipate. Good for flashing back, good for just digging and stuff like that. Here, I think Sunken Hollow is probably the way to go. Asylum Visitor might be fine, but we are kind of a deck that wants to keep cards in its hand, so we're just going to take the Fixing. Moloku's fine. I don't know if I'm going to play her. We got back the Imprisoned in the Moon, maybe for like a sideboard slot against like an Eldrazi deck or something. So yeah, I think this is probably the list we're going to be running with. We've got like a very good balance of stuff going on. We don't have much of a sideboard, and I have a little bit of concern about having like too much mana, but that tends to more be when I'm like a green deck with a lot of ramp, and this deck doesn't actually have ramp. It just has like a bunch of 1-for-1s, and we do have like enough card draw to kind of keep us going, I think. So I don't think I'm going to go down to 16 lands, especially because we really want to get up to 6 at least to cast our true finishers. So yeah, we're just going to add lands here, and we will see how it goes for the first round in a bit. I think 6/6 looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, so we're going to run with that, and I will see you guys for round 1.